Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to The Big Thing. It is Thursday, and we are going to be doing a list of the most anticipated, not top 10, not top 20, just a bunch of different movies, a bunch of different shows that are coming out this year, 2024. What will we be talking about? Well, Roxy Striar is going to be leading the gang here today and telling us about all of the TV shows that are the most anticipated, things that we should be looking out for. And I have a funny feeling that Roxy's going to probably pull out some of these shows that we've never even heard of, that she's going to, you guys need to take a look, because this is going to be the one that's going to hit the shits. And I'm ready. I'm ready to hit the shits. So, welcome back to 2024, you rats. I love you all to death, and it's going to be a good one. So subscribe to the channel. Good pitch. Do it. Please. Let's do this. Let's go to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere that the pod kizzies are found. And let's move and groove into the new year. Let's do this shit. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to The Big Thing. It's myself, Kristian Harloff, Roxy and Striar, Brett Sheridan, and us together again, 2024. Roxy, why can't you tell somebody that they look svelte?
I don't know. It just feels like we're not supposed to comment on anybody's bodies at all anymore, right? That's what Jonah Hill said.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
But you didn't say it. I mean, you just said
that fat fuck. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh, good. I thought 2024 we would have all had resolutions that helped us grow and change. I'm so glad to see you still the same, Brett.
I think you can't tell someone they're svelte when there's another dude in the room that you didn't say looks svelte.
I got a diet for you if you want to use it.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
The same thing I did in 2016.
I probably commented on it then.
Maybe
too.
the reason why I did. I mean, I've lost 7 pounds.
Nice.
And I got on the scale right after like Christmas time, and I looked, and I was like, the first time ever, it was like pushing 220.
Really?
Yeah, I was pushing 220.
What's a normal weight for somebody your height?
Well, it depends. I mean,
Or like
body structure.
what's the weight that you are happy with?
So when in 2016, the best that I had hit was like 194.
And that's where you feel comfortable?
Yeah, but my buddy who was my friend who was I talked about it on Collider, who's a chef, and we talked about it. We promoted his brand at the time. My buddy John. And
what was the name of his brand, Kristian?
Well, it no longer exists, so I don't want to bring it up anymore. Okay. But he's a chef, and he's bodybuilder, and he's all this stuff. So he had sent me this thing to a great diet, and I for like 8 months was on it, and it was the best shape I was in my life. I was like, I remember even when I was working at Fandango, I was strict to it, and I was the healthiest I'd been ever. And then I looked, I go, I got to see if I still have his text. And I went through it from that thing, and I just started following it. But then I just reached out to him, and he's like, "Yeah, that's good from it was almost 10 years ago." But he's like, "There's other things you can do also." And so I did it, and it was just I dropped like 8 pounds in like 4 days. 5
Are you
days.
doing exercise, or you're just an active
Walking
person?
a lot more, like with the dog. I just take it like longer walks with the dog. But my goal is eat well, and then once the move happens, if that does indeed happen.
What are you talking about?
New York, I talked to you about it already. You know, yeah, people know. I talked about it on the air once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You told them?
Yeah. Why? Because it's more real to you now when I say that? Oh.
I don't think you're going because I don't want you to.
Well, I appreciate that.
No, I think I'm happy for you and also hope you don't go. Like, are we the big thing or we're not the big thing?
Yeah. Big thing is every.
But is it the three of us are the big thing or everyone's the big thing?
Every show is the big thing.
So the three of us are not the big thing?
No.
I thought so.
And did you the whole
Yeah.
entire time? You
Well,
thought. So what did you think that?
Capes and Cowls is a big thing.
Brand.
I thought
it's
Capes and
part
Cows, Capes and Cows. I thought Sith was Sith.
It's just the name.
And
They're
I
all
thought
big.
Yup was Yup. And I
Yeah.
thought we were the big thing.
Well, they're all the big thing.
No, I thought we were the big
Big
thing.
thing proper.
Yeah,
We are kind of, I would say we're big thing proper.
You're big thing proper.
To be honest, I thought we were the biggest.
That's
thing.
fair.
Yeah.
And then Roca would be Big Thing Live. UAP Tuesday on Tuesday. Wednesday is, even though we don't really do Sith Council really, so that's the thing.
But you will.
Yeah, when the show's out. Although Steph and I
TV
talked
coming
about
out.
yesterday for the whole show was essentially the comments of director Chinoy for the new Star Wars movie. And we discussed that for like 45 minutes.
We're
that's
Thirst Trap Thursday.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
right. Yeah.
Thirsty.
Because I'm so svelte.
You are. You're looking good, man. I like what you're doing. to
I'm
yourself.
not doing shit.
I like that hat.
I didn't get a new hat for Christmas.
Did you ask for one?
Nah,
What did you ask for?
nothing.
Good.
Do you guys have focuses for 2024?
Yeah. I just told you.
The move.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, you have focuses all like or
You
no?
don't like it? No, probably not.
Good.
So the focus is to continue building out the channel, and that's what I'm saying. Like I think that there's a way that we can, because we can do what we're doing on. My thing is I don't want to do a digital show where it's like, again, the StreamYard stuff. I want to be able to give you guys your own shots and go. We're not gonna lose anything
What's your sub count goal of the year?
for the end of the year.
Do you have one?
I mean, ideally it would be 200.
Yeah.
But I think
Let's go.
realistically we're probably looking at 150. But
You don't know.
Maybe not. I mean, if you look at if we do the same numbers that we did last year, which we are proud of, so we'll see.
I could just come to your place and we could.
I was thinking of
do
that.
that.
I was thinking
That'd
of
be
that
cool.
too. Yeah, and then that way you can set up the lighting at our place.
Yeah.
And then, but actually, that would be great if you guys could be. And I almost would want to do the same thing with Winston and Coy and have
Yeah.
them be in the same room. But we'll figure all that stuff out. I don't even know if any of this is going to make the show. We'll see.
What? Why?
I don't know. I don't know yet.
Because you may not move.
Maybe not. We'll see. But before we move on to the TV stuff, which we have a ton of,
Yeah, so much.
Yeah.
I've never been so excited to talk about TV as when I was looking last night at everything
You were
that's
like,
coming
holy
out this
shit,
year.
hold
Yeah,
on.
so much.
so what would you rather talk about first? Upcoming TV or dates?
My dates?
Yeah. Any good ones?
Well, I actually.
Oh, look at you lighting it up.
Whoa.
Who you got? Who you got?
The dimples just
Wow.
got dimplier.
Somebody good?
I don't know. I haven't met him.
Oh. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'm in my era. I'm just in my groove.
What's that mean?
I feel like I'm attracting a lot right now, and that will give me more options because I kind of was like, actually, let me
over
take
it.
a step, and
And then
then
they all came out a little
yeah.
bit. That's what happens.
So there's two different guys right now that I'm hopefully going to be meeting up with
And
this week.
hopefully they don't watch the show.
Yeah.
Don't care if they do.
Fair enough.
Okay, let me ask you guys this.
Yes.
One of the guys has zero social media. I
Good.
thought that was a little bit of a red flag. What do you think?
What?
Maybe I think it's the opposite.
Well, it just feels like married with children then. Like, do you actually not have social media?
Oh, you mean like so? What?
He's
like,
hiding?
Like he's off the grid and he's
Yeah.
got like okay.
Yeah, just like, because you guys know I'm super slow, I'm not going to somebody's house for a long time. So it's hard for me to know, and I'm slow?
Go ahead.
Is it because I'm slow?
I know what you meant. But I know what you meant.
Show the people what you're doing to me
Yeah.
right
What
now.
I do? What
You
I
stayed
did?
on me while you died laughing
I was
at me.
laughing. Wasn't making faces.
Fine. I'm super slow, not in all areas of life, but
Right.
sexually and datingly. And
Go on.
did that come from your fucking armpit?
Yeah.
Holy shit! What? How are you doing
I
that?
didn't do anything.
What are you doing under
You're
there?
talking about finish.
Wait,
Holy shit!
you've never seen that before?
that loud?
Just do it.
What the fuck are you
No
doing?
one heard anything. Go do your thing.
Oh, can you teach me that later?
Can you finish your story?
Okay, so
This
Can
is
you
a
do
new
that?
thing you've
Can you
never
do
seen?
that?
I don't want to because my armpits are always kind of stinky. But yeah, I can do
like
that.
then it would be on your hand or something?
Yeah.
Can you try?
I don't want to touch my armpit.
Go
I
ahead.
hate the coloring.
Would
of
you
both
rather
these shots.
smell Christian's hand or touch your own armpit?
I don't want to, because then if it's stinky, I'm having stink issues lately that I'm dealing with, and I think I need to eat cleaner. But I midday I'll be pretty ripe.
Okay. Anyway.
There, better. Yeah, I was really red.
Yeah. That's what we talked about at the start of the show. Oh boy. And I'm orange. Oompa
Yeah.
loompa. Okay, whatever. He has no social. You guys know I'm slow sexually and datingly. And so it takes me a long time to know somebody's life. And if you're not going to their place and you have no social media and there's no way to track this guy online, it's like, are you married with kids? I asked him straight up, are you married with kids? And he was like, well, what the fuck? Why would you ask me that? No. And but he doesn't live here. So
Where does he live? Ralph's?
no,
Where?
he lives in the Bay.
Oh, fuck it.
In the Bay, like Aquaman?
Yeah. don't. You can't. No, you can't do that, Roxy.
You thought that was a really good one?
No, it's awful.
That's why I just tried
really
to
bad.
roll over that. I tried to just like help him out and just keep talking over it.
He doesn't even live in the Bay. He lives in the ocean.
It's straight up Atlantis, bro.
Yeah.
I know. Go ahead.
Okay. I actually
Yeah, don't get into a long distance thing.
no,
like-
I actually don't mind that because you guys know I really like to see somebody like twice a month
Oh,
for starting
for like
off.
4 years.
But he's from here, so
Okay.
eventually I think he would be here. And
his family lives here.
yeah.
His kids and his wife.
Yeah, they live in Atlantis.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a good one.
thank you.
And I am excited about him because he's been super, super sweet and seems like a nice guy.
Like what? Doesn't send dick pics.
Would that be super, super sweet?
No, I'm saying because he doesn't.
Yeah,
send
if you
them.
don't.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, at this day and age.
Yeah,
it
no,
is
I
nice.
guess by super sweet, I mean the bar's on the floor, so he's just been nice.
That's
Like,
what I mean.
he's been like
Right.
a nice, normal, inquisitive person.
Right.
We have a lot in common, and he seems really cool.
This is the no social media guy.
No social media guy. He's in the cannabis industry, which I like
Okay, so
because,
step up.
yeah, and like not in the entertainment industry
Right.
at all, but
Okay.
from here. So
Kind
yeah.
of in the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
You cannabis?
Yeah. It's an entertainment, form of entertainment.
I guess, but not
a
in a way,
medicine.
not like like when I was
right.
with
I know what you mean.
the actor or whatever.
yeah,
so
yeah.
that, and then there's this other guy who's a lawyer who asked me out for tonight, Thursday, and I said yes, and then I had to cancel because I have work. So I feel bad about that, but I actually think he's really, really sweet too, and I'm gonna hopefully see him by next show.
You'll have more stories.
Yes,
Okay.
for sure.
We'll see who.
I'm just saying
rooting,
yes more.
I'm rooting for cannabis, not because of cannabis. I just don't trust lawyers.
Yeah.
What kind of lawyer?
Entertainment lawyer.
Yeah, pass.
I've met some nice entertainment lawyers.
It's actually not true. I know some good ones too.
Yeah.
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 I almost just deaded him.
No,
Yeah,
but some
no.
point, yeah,
I
yeah.
know some good ones too.
I don't know. I don't know. I feel iffy on lawyers too because I also feel like they're always looking for an argument. But so far, he seems like a good one. And I
Right.
do like somebody who's an entertainment lawyer, at least they understand what I do, but they don't do what I do.
Right.
So we'll
Yeah.
see. And he's
All right.
cute. They're both really cute.
Okay. Well,
we'll
good
see.
enough.
Yeah.
I have a dick pic story.
Oh, please tell me who you sent it to.
I sent it to Roxy and she didn't reply. No, my
Because it smelled so
I will say
fucking
that
bad.
I will say that my
Nice, Roxy.
that was what? What was wrong with
She
it?
said it smelled so bad.
He said, what was wrong?
Yeah. Was it? You said it. No. I will preface this by saying this involves my daughter, but my daughter did not see this, and it was just something she was a part of. But there was a fight at school.
Yes.
One gal slapped another gal because they were friends.
How old were these
This
kids?
is middle school.
Oh God.
And because the one friend did a loyalty test against her friend's boyfriend, where she was like, "Hey, what's up? Send me a picture," and he did, and then I guess these girls sent it out to a bunch of other girls. Again, my daughter said she didn't see it, but
She obviously did, Brett.
yeah.
This is a big TikTok trend.
Yeah.
The loyalty test thing. It's
Yeah,
really,
okay.
really weird.
It's so but apparently you're supposed to. It's supposed to be the girlfriend's supposed to say, "Would you do a loyalty test for my boyfriend?"
Right,
I guess.
they're
Yeah.
supposed to ask.
This was unsolicited loyalty test.
Okay, so then it's
Yeah.
not.
So, but I'm just like, am I really dealing with this in the seventh grade? Yeah, seventh
Do you
grade.
want, okay, maybe this will make you feel better. Maybe this will make you feel worse, Brett. When I was in 8th grade, flip phones were just starting to be a thing, and a camera phone on your thing. So I was dating this guy, and I was super obsessed with him, just adored him. I've actually told a million stories about him on the other
Is
show.
this the one that had the baby?
This is the one with
Yeah.
the baby. This is
Yeah,
the
yeah,
guy
yeah.
in the jungle room.
Yeah,
He's
sure.
all the stories. This guy, it was the man. and he was my boyfriend. And my best friend called him, unbeknownst to me, and said, will you come to school early and meet me in the bathroom? I have to show you something. So he did go to school early. He didn't tell me he was doing that. She didn't tell me. And she had done a naked photo shoot on her phone and was
How old? 8th grade?
eighth grade, and just made him sit there while he scrolled through them.
Yeah.
While she scrolled through
I'm gonna
them.
smash my head onto the floor.
I am so sorry to you guys with daughters.
Yeah.
But I think it's very, very common at that age. You start kind of like being curious and doing F shit. You're welcome.
Yeah.
We broke up after that.
Would make sense. That would be it. Okay,
It's
well,
really
good.
The dick
Great
pic
story.
thing was post my my dating
Yeah.
years or whatever, and I
don't
don't
want any of this.
I don't think. And my sister was in town and said she was like, nobody wants to see that shit.
No, it's true. But speaking of which, before we
Yeah.
move into the TV, there was a mini series on Apple called The Dick Pic, right?
Oh God, that thing was
tough?
Well, and it's that's kind of what reminded me of it because
Yeah.
it's young kids too.
Yeah.
And it's like Euphoria.
When you
know.
say young kids, like 26, right?
No, well, I
Oh.
mean they're 26, but they're playing like 18, 19.
okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. And
What was the subtitle? It was One-Eyed Monster?
One-Eyed Jack is
One-Eyed
back.
Jack.
One-Eyed Jack is back.
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
right.
and no, it's disturbing. It's like Euphoria, but also just worse, like sexually.
Scripted?
Scripted.
Who's
show.
in it?
Who's in it? That's well,
Ben Haggis?
Ben Haggis, Kieran
Knightley?
Fartling,
And Sydney Sweeney?
Sydney Sweeney,
Yeah.
Sydney Sweeney.
Great. Good. Okay, so look out for that one
don't-
wherever
Sydney Sweeney
podcasts are found.
did an interview this week where she called her boobs her best friends.
Good.
And I thought that was the cutest thing I've ever heard in my life.
All right. Well, there you go. All right, listen to me. Before we before we move on.
Your dad. Listen to me. Listen to me. All right.
go. I want
I'm
you-
not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Right. Stop this. We've covered no television in the course of 25 minutes.
Hard out.
So what I will tell you is this. Rocket Money. That's right. Rocket Money and Trade Coffee, two of the best out there. Listen, wonder, understand. Here it is. Hey, Rocket Money. How much do you guys think that you're paying a month on subscriptions? Yeah, that's what I thought. Most people think they're $80, $82. Yeah, right. You're paying closer to around $200. And that is why I use Rocket Money. What is Rocket Money, Kristian? Thank you for asking. I'm going to tell you, me. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions. It monitors your spending, and it helps you lower your bills. And it's all in one place. It has over 5 million users and counting. Rocket Money has helped save its customers an average of $720 a year and $1 billion in total savings so far. Stop wasting money on things you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions and manage your money the easy way. Go to rocketmoney.com/thing. That's rocketmoney.com/thing. rocketmoney.com/thing. Trade Coffee, baby. And Trade Coffee is here to help you do more in 2024. You need Trade if you want to hit the ground running with your New Year's goals. Trade is a subscription service that sources the best coffee across the country, and it brings it right to your doorstep. They've built relationships with over 55 local roasters so you can enjoy their craft from the comfort of your own home. There's multiple ways to experience coffee with Trade. You sign up for a subscription or try one of their starter packs today. I love the medium roast, and they sent me the Peixoto from the Brazil brand. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. I love it. I drink it every day, guys. Drink it every day. And I've been talking about Trade forever. I've been talking about Trade forever. And I'm so glad that they're back. I've been using them forever. And now they're back on the show. I mean, if you were in this studio, every time people walk into this studio, like, it smells wonderful because I always have Trade coffee brewing every single time. I love it. I love the smell of it. I love the way it tastes. I love all of it. It's amazing. So jumpstart this year by signing up for a Trade subscription. Right now, Trade is offering a free bag with select subscription plans when you visit drinktrade.com/bigthing. Easy. drinktrade.com/bigthing for a free bag with select subscription plans. drinktrade.com/bigthing. All right, thank you to Rocket Money and Trade Coffee. Two of the best. Love them. Love them, love them, love them, love them, love them, love them. What? The best. Absolutely the best. Got to get them. Got to get them. How about the show? Got to get them. So links in the description, and always pinned as the first comment. All right, Roxy,
Yeah.
take us to town. What do we got?
Pound Town.
Well, I am curious.
Oh, no. Don't take us to Pound Town. I mean, unless you want to.
Rock 'em, suck 'em.
So you're saying you date married men? What?
I really hope not, man. To be the other woman would be actually my biggest nightmare. You guys know I'm super neurotic. If I didn't know and then I would just kill
You
me.
would leave.
Yeah, of course I would,
you
but
would
I
leave.
would feel horrible.
Of course
still.
you would. That's what I mean. That's why. I mean, you would
You
leave.
obviously you
well,
would leave.
there are tons of people who don't.
These people that pull
I think it's
off
psychotic.
pull off the two families?
Oh, that's crazy.
That's the
Why
one
would you
that-
want to do that?
They are so sociopathic, and then to decide to stay,
Yeah.
it's like that wasn't a lie they told. That was a whole life.
Yeah.
I can barely handle one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Before I get into the list of things to make sure that you guys are paying attention to, do you guys, without looking it up or anything, are there shows that you're excited about? Have you
Yes.
guys been seeing ads? Yeah. What do you got?
So I'll tell you the two that popped to mind are Arcane season 2.
Did you watch season 1?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Loved Arcane season 1. So we'll start with that. We'll start with Arcane season 1. Let's start with
Yeah.
that.
So this is really highly anticipated, especially because I believe season 1 came out in 2021. So
Yeah, but I
it's-
think I watched it in the beginning of 2022.
So it's been years. I haven't actually seen this, but all the respected TV fans that I know have this in their top 3 of their list.
one of the best animated shows, if not one of the best shows I've seen in a very long time.
That's what I hear. So this is top of the list for you.
One of the top. It's not the top.
Is this with your daughter's watch, or this is too?
No,
no,
this
no.
is it's more.
It's
I think she can handle it now. But when it came out, it was a little too adult for her. But now she's watching like Stranger Things, and she's watching all
really?
these together.
Okay.
So I would say this is definitely on the top of my list for anticipated. I loved this show. I highly recommend it. I'm actually going to do a reaction series the way I did to One Piece for season 2, and I'll probably rewatch 1 the same way. So I'm excited for that. So that's November, right? That's what I heard.
Let's see. I don't know if we actually got a date for it.
I think they said
yet.
November.
Oh, that would
Pretty
be
sure
great.
they said November, but
I'd be happy for you if that's the case.
yeah. Brett, do you have a most anticipated that before Roxy gets into her list that we can cover?
I honestly don't know if any of the shows I'm anticipating come out this year. Like,
Okay.
is Last of Us coming back?
That's next year. I think.
Oh, fuck.
But there are a couple so a lot of them don't have dates. The strike did obviously push a lot of things
Sure.
back, and so a lot of them don't have dates. But something like Severance is supposed to drop this year, so things like that would get you
yes.
excited. So in terms of returning shows,
Yeah, I'm sure you're gonna hit my number 1.
is it House of the Dragon?
Yeah.
House of the Dragon season 2 is supposed to come out on Max this year. They weren't affected by the strike. They were able to film on through. We've been waiting a minute for this. I know
There's a
that-
teaser trailer for it. Already.
Yeah. This is exciting. I
Yes.
mean, I'm super with you. I know that the pilot episode wasn't necessarily for me, but then the season hit the ground running, and it was just one of the best shows of 2022.
I loved it. It was my number 1 of that year, and I think right off of, and then Andor was like number 2. So that's my number 1. Speaking of Star Wars, very curious about the Acolyte.
Are you more excited about that than Skeleton Crew?
Yes. So John Watts did the first episode. I think he's producer on The Old Man, which I loved. Don't know if that's coming back in season 2 or not anytime soon. But I was very curious to hear what he's going to do with this show, because when we went to Celebration, we actually had the opportunity. We saw him outside of a hotel that we were staying at. And me, Steph, and Mike went up and started talking to him, and he said that that even though it stars kids, it's got that feeling of like the Clone Wars could get dark sometimes, and it has like that Stranger Things, Goonies feel too. So he said, look out for that. And so that, and because of Jude Law and Bryce Dallas Howard's directing, so I'm very, very curious and excited about that one. But I think Star Wars needs that push into something outside of that time period. And with the amount of Jedi that they have, and you see them at the height of the High Republic, and the rumor of Keanu Reeves in that series, like,
Oh, I haven't even
there's a
heard
rumor.
that.
I don't know how true it is, but the rumor is that it costs like $200 million to make, and it's real locations. It's not the volume, and because of apparently Leslie Headland is very much into the lore of Star Wars. So that one to me is definitely on my list.
Let's stay in Camp Disney for a second.
Sure.
How are you guys feeling about Echo and Agatha Darkhold Diaries? That's the previously, what was it? Agatha Explains It All.
Whatever it was. Yeah.
Well, Agatha All Along.
So I said this. I don't know who I was talking to about this. I think Catherine Hahn is. I think she's incredible.
Oh yeah,
she's incredible, and I'm just not that interested in that show.
I'm way more interested in Echo, which is coming this week.
Now, what's funny about that is Echo. I couldn't have given two shits about until I saw that trailer. And when I saw that trailer, I went, "Wait a minute! Are they actually going to play this Netflix Daredevil feel with this show? And is that Kingpin? That seems like Kingpin to me." What I'm hesitant about with that show are a couple different things. But the first thing I'm hesitant about is that they're dropping it all. First of all, it comes out in January. It's not always a kiss of death, more so in movies. Dropping it in January, dropping it all on Disney Plus the same day. That never happens for these Marvel shows. That makes me go, okay, let's just get it. They talk about it now. Maybe they won't talk about it later. And the other thing is that the embargo drops. You can't even, the social media embargo drops. They didn't give you a date when it drops, and they're sending you the screeners 2 days before, and you usually send it about 2 weeks before.
Yeah.
So, you know, the
They
red
don't
flag.
seem to have that much faith in it, you think?
Yeah, well, yeah. There was a rumor that it was going to be canceled at one point.
We do have Daredevil Born Again coming. That's obviously...
That's not this year.
No, it's supposed to be in 2024.
No world is that coming out in 2024.
You think because of the strike it's going to get
They
pushed?
didn't start filming it yet. They pushed it back. They had pushed that back a while ago.
Yeah, probably then
Yeah.
top of 2025, you think?
Maybe, yeah. I there's no world that comes out in 2024. I can't imagine.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
But
That
maybe,
makes sense.
maybe.
I don't know if they've officially moved it yet, but
Yeah.
that definitely would make sense to me.
I think that they moved it because I also think that whether it's I don't know if that comes out. I think that the only ones that they announced for this month or this year were Echo and Agatha. Those are the only two that are coming out this year.
When previously,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Staying with again with nerd stuff. This might be of interest to you guys. I'm not much of a gamer, but the gamers I know, this is number one on their list right now. They're hoping it's like The Last of Us is Fallout.
Oh,
people
yeah.
loving that. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
That's coming Amazon April 12th.
Okay.
Jonathan Nolan, who produced
Yeah.
Westworld, is going to be producing this
Nolan's
as well.
brother, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he has his own.
He does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
I think I've
say-
actually met him before.
He's tired of being known as Christopher Nolan's brother.
As you
He
should
made
be.
Westworld.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I'm speaking for him. This seems like it does have the potential to be one of the biggest shows of this year. Did you guys play Fallout?
No, but I know tons of people who did and tons of people who absolutely love it and are excited about it. So, I mean, it was one of the, out of all the things that I've said, how come we didn't do a trailer reaction to that? That's the number one.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. I just wasn't around when it came out.
How
I don't
dare you?
I don't do trailer reactions like, hours or 2 or 5 hours or a day later. If I don't catch it when it comes out, I'm going to get buried by Real Rejects and other people too. So I don't do it.
I've seen my son play it, and I'm excited because it's one that he'll watch with me. I'm always stoked about that. So, and I actually a friend of mine was telling me about it, this last weekend. So, yeah, it's a cool look of a game. I
Yeah.
can't wait to see what they do with the show.
You mentioned your One Piece reactions.
Yeah.
Another one of the most anticipated shows, especially amongst us nerds of this year, is Avatar: The Last Airbender, which is coming to Netflix February 22nd.
Yeah, that one's. I'm interested. The reason why I'm really looking forward to that is because I remember when that shit piece came out that Shyamalan did about.
That's a nice way of describing it.
Sorry, fart piece.
What did
When-
Shyamalan do?
He did The Last Airbender.
Oh, the
And
shit piece of the movie.
The movie.
Yeah.
When that movie came out, I remember
I didn't watch it.
when it was coming out. Ellis and I saw it.
You did see it.
We saw it in the theater. Yeah, we did a review to it, and
Is this one of the ones you said you almost walked out on?
yeah, I think
he
so.
said-
Well, we took my buddy Steve Simone with us too, and his line is still so good. He in the review he said, "I saw this guy next to me sleeping, and I was jealous." And
That is
It was-
the meanest thing you could possibly say about a movie.
but it's a bad movie, and I remember people saying, because we were talking about Star Wars beforehand, people were like, "Oh, if they do this right, you're gonna love it. It's gonna be right up your alley." And the lore itself is really great, and there's such a hardcore fan base. I mean, Dave Filoni worked on the last Avatar for years. there is such an element to Star Wars and such an element of what I love about fantasy and all these different things in this movie or show that if they do this right, I think this could really be up my alley for sure.
Okay, being nerdy still, Penguin. The Penguin.
Oh my
this is
God,
the,
this one. This is
This
on my
is going to
list.
be James Gunn's, this is going to be, I think, what people really start to judge the James Gunn era off of. This is the kickoff of what he's going to be doing for TV, even though it's coming from a character that
Not
was
connected to the
prior
DCU.
to his year.
Right.
This is totally his official era beginning with this show.
Is it though?
Because he didn't cancel it and he is like ushering this in. Yeah,
Sure.
I think so. Obviously, he has nothing to do with Colin Farrell being cast in it, but like, I
But
don't
it's
know.
not DCU.
No, but
Right.
he's managing it all.
Elseworlds.
Yeah,
It's Elseworlds,
and
for
that's
sure, for
part of
sure.
his. That's part of his thing. No, am I like, does everything hinge on this show? No, and it doesn't come out until the fall, but I'm excited for this. I loved the character. I'm curious what they do. I think that James Gunn got involved quick enough that probably his footprint will be on this a little bit. And it also has that girl from How I Met Your Father in Palm Springs, Christina Milioti. I don't know how to say it, and I think she's really talented too. So this is for the DC nerds out there, definitely the number one to look out for
Okay.
this year. Okay, a couple of things that they're not as nerdy, but I'm just super excited for. Did you guys give a shit about Mr. and Mrs. Smith?
I mean, who is this?
Donald Glover,
right? Okay.
And
who's,
Maya Erskine, who from Pen 15, which if you didn't watch is one of the best TV shows of the last decade.
to play on penis, right?
Yeah, I get it.
Because if you take the 1 and the 5,
Yeah.
it's like an I and an S. This is on Amazon. This is February 2nd. I think that Donald Glover is one of the best artists of our generation, and I'm excited to see this only because of the cast. Like, I don't really care about Mr. and
Right.
Mrs. Smith, but it seems like it'll be fun. I think initially this was supposed to be Phoebe Waller-Bridge, and they recast her. We'll see how this one goes. One that people are talking about mostly because of Nicole Kidman. It got picked up in 2018, so people have had a long time to look into this one, is Expats, which is going to be on Amazon January 26th. So I'm just
What is that?
patting the top of the year.
Ex-patriots.
Yeah. Yeah, Brett, tell us.
Tell bro, what is it?
It's people that used to be patriots and then they're not anymore.
And they gave it up.
Yeah, they gave it up and they're like, you know what?
I don't want to be patriot anymore.
Yeah, I don't want to. They don't. I mean,
Football fans.
Football fans.
Right.
Yeah.
It is that exactly, starring Nicole Kidman, and it's a look at personal and professional lives of a tight-knit group of expatriates living in Hong Kong. It's only because it was picked up in 2018, and people have this absolute obsession with Nicole Kidman, rightfully so. She's very talented. And because I think this is so early in the year, and there is that hole from the strike that people are so excited for a real prestige drama to come on Amazon. That's why they're stoked about this. Probably why they're stoked about this next one too. Masters of the Air. Have you guys heard about
No,
this?
tell
It's
me
going to
about
be
it.
on Apple. This is Steven Spielberg and Tom Hanks producing
Oh,
it.
yeah, I
It's
know
their
it. Yeah,
follow-up
yeah,
to
yeah,
Band
yeah,
of
yeah.
Brothers.
Yes,
so just for
yes.
the production company alone and the people behind
This is Austin Butler, right?
Exactly.
Yes, I know
yeah.
what this is, yeah.
And people are. This is. I think Apple is making the best TV that there is right now, and this is going to be one of their biggest shows of the
So
year.
I want to talk about that one because that is definitely, I would say that is on my list for sure because
Do you love Austin Butler?
I like Austin Butler a lot, but I love Band of Brothers. I was actually just talking to my brother about this. I think that Band of Brothers is quite possibly the best miniseries of all time.
You're not alone in that
Yeah,
thought. It does make a lot of people's top
It's
list.
so
I haven't
good.
seen it in its entirety, which is crazy.
It took what Saving Private Ryan did and then just took it to the moon. It was so good and great performances.
This is January 26th, so
Oh, that's coming
it's
up.
right around the corner. Yeah, it takes place during World War II.
Okay.
Again, it's an Apple
Yeah.
show, so we know that they just absolutely are annihilating it right now.
Is that week to week?
I think that they usually drop things too, and then they go week to week.
Okay.
But I'm not actually sure what they're
Okay.
doing with this one. Apple tends to change their mind about some of that
Excited
stuff.
about it. Okay.
Interior Chinatown. The only reason I'm mentioning this one is because it's a Taika Waititi show, and if you love Taika Waititi and you love all the things that he works on, then I feel like you religiously follow What We Do in the Shadows and the pirate show that I watched this year. What the hell is this pirate show? And Reservation Dogs. He's killing the TV era right now. It's a crime drama that sounds like a show within a show, so they're kind of pitching it like a Jury Duty, which I think is super up Taika's alley to do a show like that doesn't take itself too seriously.
Not an easy trick to pull off.
Yeah.
It's not. We'll see how they do with it. Feud. Okay,
What's
so
this?
Feud is finally coming back. You know Feud. Do you remember when Feud came out? This is the Ryan Murphy show. He does these series. He did Joan Crawford versus Betty a while ago. So this is Capote versus the Swans, which is also coming this month, January 31st. It's with Naomi Watts, Diane Lane, Callista Flockhart, Demi Moore, Molly
This is
Ringwald,
the Feud
Tom
brand?
Hollander. The Feud brand. So if you are a Ryan Murphy stan, this is FX. It will be on Hulu.
What's this called officially?
Feud Capote versus the
Got
Swans.
it. Okay. So far out of the ones that you've hit,
You care about any of these?
yeah. So Arcane for sure, which we talked about. House of the Dragon.
Penguin.
Penguin.
Masters of the Air.
Masters of the Air. Fallout. Those are all ones that I'm pretty curious
You're
about.
going to care about a lot of these coming
Okay.
up, though. Okay, the three-body problem is on every TV person like me, the people who are waiting for the TV. Three-body problem is the show because
who's
this
that?
is
What's that?
Benioff and Weiss's show.
Oh, okay.
So this is going to be
HBO?
Netflix.
Oh, okay.
You know they have their deal with Netflix
Oh, right. That's
now.
right. That's right.
This is coming March 21st. It is.
What is it?
It is based on a book, I believe, which they do pretty well when they're doing based on source material. And it's a series that portrays a fictional past, present, and future wherein Earth encounters an alien civilization from a nearby system of 3 sun-like stars orbiting. I don't know much other than Benioff and Weiss. This is their launch of their Netflix relationship. It's based on source material.
Curious.
This is supposed to be the bee's knees. This is supposed to be
everybody's talking
awesome.
about-
Yeah,
okay,
this
so
is
I
the
like
one that
that.
everybody's talking about.
Okay.
Okay.
What about True Detective?
Yeah, that's obviously on the list.
Okay, take it easy.
True Detective,
Yeah, duh.
Night Country. That's coming in 2 weeks.
Is it really?
January 14th on Max. This is Jodie Foster this season. We're now in Alaska. Why are you so smug about this one?
I'm not smug at all. Very excited about this one. I
okay, good.
love the True Detective.
Well, do you love the True Detective franchise, or do you love the season 1 and season 3, and maybe just season 1?
I didn't mind 2 as much as everyone else did.
So we'll see how this does with the fans.
Because I do, and that Jodie Foster performance in Naiad, I think, is being overlooked, guys. I thought she was really good in that movie.
I have never heard of that until you just
Naiad?
said that right now.
Netflix. Oh my God, you love Naiad. Do you really?
I have no idea what you're
You
talking about.
would
Spell it.
NYAD.
No, I haven't even seen that.
You would love this movie. You need to watch this movie.
That's kind of nerve-wracking that I don't know what you're
Yeah.
talking about, right?
It's about the Annette Bening and Jodie Foster, and Annette Bening it's a true story. The Olympic swimmer that wanted to take the swim from Cuba to Florida, and tried it a bunch of different times, and tried it when she was younger, and then did it, and then tried it a bunch of different times when she was 60.
Oh yeah.
It's
Okay.
awesome. It's really good.
Let me do another one that you guys
Yes,
are
go
going to be
ahead.
excited
Let's do
about.
it.
Dune Prophecy. You guys know
That's
anything
this
about
year?
that? It's supposed to be later on this year.
Really?
It's supposed to be.
I have a friend of mine who writes on that show.
Really?
One of the main writers on it.
Yeah, right now they have said that it's supposed to be late 2024. Again, will things get pushed back? But as of now, they're saying fall 2024.
That's Max, obviously.
So, yeah, that would be Max.
I mean, look, if that show actually does come out this year, off the back of what will be a pretty successful Dune 2, put that on my list also.
Yeah, okay.
Because that's like a prequel.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
at
year-
10,000
something-
years
something crazy.
beforehand.
It's
Yeah.
like the-
Jeez,
yeah.
that's a long time.
That's like more than 100.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, you guys aren't going to give a shit about this one, but I care so
Hit
much about
Bachelor.
this one. No,
Yeah.
Ted. The Ted show is coming out. It's coming on Peacock.
You're going to be
January
mad at me
11th.
now. Now you're really going to be mad at me. But
don't like Ted?
No, I do. But you're going to be mad at me about what I'm about to tell you. But go ahead, finish.
No,
Wait.
just tell me.
I got invited to
And you didn't go.
the premiere of this thing, and they said I could bring a guest. And it was a party and everything. I didn't go. I just couldn't do it. I
Why
didn't
did
have the
you do
time.
that to me?
I didn't realize how much you wanted to see it. I probably would have taken you.
Yeah, because Kristian, just as how long you've known me for, you wouldn't think I would like Ted?
I don't know, but I just I was worried that was going to get repetitive. But it's a Peacock, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I don't
what-
think it's going to get repetitive. I think it's going to be great. I hope so.
I hope so too. Yeah.
There is a show coming to that's coming to Paramount Plus, which is
Called Fire Trucks.
Yeah.
it's not a show. I usually don't reference too many things on Paramount Plus, but this is Taylor Sheridan's show, so I always
What
talk
is it?
about him. It's called Landman, set in the proverbial boom towns of West Texas. Landman is a modern day tale of fortune seeking in the world of oil rigs. He kind of has my respect at this point enough to check out anything he
Sure.
does. I love the Sylvester Stallone show that he did. I've loved everything from 1923
Did
to
you finish
Yellowstone.
1923?
Yes,
Okay.
in 1886.
1883, I thought it was. Or
1883. Whatever.
something
I
like
finished
that.
all three of them.
Because you hadn't finished it last time we
Okay.
talked. So
but
which
this must have been a long time ago,
1889,
and I don't
it was-
remember how it ended.
I love the
I know you love the 19.
1923 is my
No, you-
second favorite. The 1883 or 1887, whatever year it is.
It is confusing that he doesn't make-
Loved
I think
that
I finished it. What was the ending? Don't tell
Oh,
me.
I don't want to say. I don't want to tell people the ending.
I think I did.
You should watch that show.
All right.
The 1870
Yeah,
or
whatever it
30.
is. I'm going to say it's 1880.
Let's go over some things
Oh,
that
yeah,
are
tell us.
returning.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, let's
You
do
guys
it.
want to hear some returning
Sure,
shows that
tell
you
me.
can be excited about? Bridgerton season 3. They're doing. They're dropping this in 2 different parts.
Don't
Or-
you watch Bridgerton?
No.
I thought this was a thing that you watch with your wife to get her in the mood.
No, this was one that I was like, I can't.
No, that's
No, that's a
Man in
Pirates
the High
one.
Castle.
No,
Yeah.
the Pirates one.
The
is the one I
pirate,
watched.
or not pirates.
Sinbad or something.
No, it's
Sinbad
Vikings.
stand-up special.
Like,
oh.
yeah, it was Kazam.
Vikings.
Yeah.
No, it
Vikings.
was Vikings.
This is May and June. Netflix is doing this a lot recently. Bridgerton, but it's first part May 16th, second part June 13th. So they've been doing that all the time recently. They just did it with The Crown.
When does Outlander come back?
I don't know. I don't care about
that's
that show
the-
because I never watched it. But that's the show that you guys watch with your
Yeah.
wives.
I don't watch it, but
But you know when she does.
the
Yeah, oh, yeah.
No. But I am as I am obsessed with, like, you know, whether it's Last of Us or that's my wife with the show.
Okay.
My wife is obsessed with Outlander.
There is going to be Wednesday season 2.
Oh, that's this year.
Yes.
Oh,
That's
talk about
exciting for
my daughters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Stoked for this one. You season 5, which is not you guys, but this is a show that just took on such a life of its own, coming from Lifetime, then
Last
getting picked up
season,
by
right?
Netflix. Yes. How does this end? It's like we are so rooting against our main character. I've never gone into a series finale rooting against the main
Right. You want,
character.
him, you want
as-
him to get killed or whatever.
I really
Right,
do.
right.
I really do. You know, it's not like Dexter, where by the end you kind of are like
You feel you understand where he's
Dexter-
coming from, kind of, but still
yeah,
realize
this is a
that it's
true
wrong.
sociopath, so
Right.
they got to handle with care.
Well,
Abbott
so-
Elementary is coming back for season 3 on February 7th. I think that this is the best workplace comedy. This is the only show that I'm watching on network TV. This is just it gives me the best laughs.
I think I got to give that show a shot because I watched 2 episodes.
Yeah, I know you didn't love it, but
didn't get me the
it
first 2
is
episodes.
to me it is the closest that we have to Parks and Rec, The
Okay.
Office, 30
okay.
Rock. It is very, very funny. There's going to be a season 2 to Squid Game, not Squid Game
The game show.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
There's going to be a season 2 to
The actual
Squid Game,
show.
the show.
I
Yeah.
saw it.
You would have
Never
thought
saw
there
the
would
first
have.
one. I know.
Oh,
No, I know.
What?
Sorry, I know. I never watched it.
That's wild.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, that was during the height of A, the pandemic, B, knees deep into the schmodown at that point. I wasn't watching a lot of shit.
The Boys season 4. I know you're stoked for that. I'm stoked for that.
That's on the top.
must
That's on the
watch.
top.
Yeah, absolutely up there. Halo season 2. I didn't see season 1. I want to catch up before this comes out. Comes out February 8th on Paramount. I heard good things about the show. You didn't like it?
I bailed on it. Like
DJ really likes
I
it.
was such a Halo fan. I was so excited for the series, and I really liked episode 1, the beginning of episode 1, and then they took it into this lone wolf and cub shit that they do for everything now, and then it was so off of what the game. They didn't. Last of Us did it right with the game.
Yeah.
They based it off the game. It was so off of what Halo did. I thought it was like a real disappointment. I hope they change it around. I didn't really like the second episode at all, or the end of the first.
he's pissed you even brought it up.
We're supposed to have another season of Severance and another season of Silo. Those are 2 of my
Okay.
favorite shows on
I need to
Apple.
watch Silo.
Then this show, I'm calling it another season, but it really is its own thing. The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live. You guys know I sat through 14 seasons of this show. Finally, we're getting Andrew Lincoln back with Michonne, with Denai
really?
Guerrera.
So
So this is going to be a 6-part miniseries set in that world.
and him returning?
Yes, and this is actually, I believe this is when they were off venturing together for 6 parts. I think so. Because
wait,
at
so
first
how
we
did
knew
it-
we were going to do the movies where he returned, but I don't think that that's what this
But
is.
how did it end? It ended. I know that not with him. I know. I'm saying. I know that helicopter thing. Did he ever come back?
No.
He never. So we don't know if he's dead or not.
Well, they had announced that they were doing those movies. We know
Right.
he's not dead because the helicopter.
Oh, is that what? I don't remember. I bailed.
This is AMC February 25th.
Okay.
I'm just going to watch it because I love the two
Right.
of their
Yeah, yeah,
chemistry,
sure,
and
sure.
I'm curious.
Support Skybound, man.
Yeah, completely.
Yeah.
Completely. So those are my most anticipated of 2024.
Okay.
A lot of them coming in January. Like I said, things like Severance, like Silo, like a lot of the shows that we saw this year, we don't have release dates for, so it's hard to know what exactly to get excited about when, but these
Right.
are more solidified ones that are for sure coming.
Yeah, if I can't miss any of those, if there's only one that I have to watch out of all of them. Oh man, I think I'm going with House of the Dragon. I think if out of all those, I mean, there's a lot of great ones, and Arcane's up there too.
Rings
I
of
mean.
Power coming back too. You liked that show, didn't you? Because I bailed.
Yeah, no, they were.
I didn't hate it.
They
It
were
was just kind of there.
There was a lot of it that had issues. There was some that worked. This stupid Sauron stuff was.
So you're not going
predictable.
Acolyte.
Acolyte could wind up being one of my most anticipated and most loved if they do it right, to one of my most disappointed if they do it wrong.
Okay.
So I'm hesitant.
So your number one,
I'd say House of the Dragon.
House of the Dragon.
Think
What about
so.
you?
If it's not House of the Dragon, well, I don't know. Severance, I'm like, I
If
kind
it-
of
if
could
it's
have
coming
been
Yeah.
one off on Severance. I think, I don't know.
What?
Even with the finale?
Yeah, I
Oh,
just
no.
think that, I don't know.
What are
I
you
don't
on
know.
crack?
I loved that show. And
Oh, I loved it.
that
I
show.
loved
remember
it.
I didn't like it at first.
Yeah,
so
I
I
know.
loved that show.
If Severance does drop this year like it's supposed to, because remember they had issues with the showrunners. One of them left and then
Mm-hmm.
came back. But they were starting to film it again, so it should be back this year. Then that's my number one for sure.
Well, that's the thing, though. Even when you were talking about, even though Daredevil will not be this year, but even hearing myself say that, only reason I know that for sure is because I remember when we were doing Capes and Cowls, they had mentioned like Marvel had announced that they only have like
Yeah.
3 things really coming out this year.
I did look it up too, and they're saying now expected top of 2025. So, you're right.
But you can do with television outside of like movies. Like a movie, if like there are movies that are going to film, and you're not with post production and everything too. You're looking at 2. You know, you film it this year, you might be able to get it out at the end of next year. 2 years, right? Now with TV though, because you're filming them all, and you can edit an episode, still be shooting, still be filming, working, having people post. So you could film something in January and get it out at the end of the year if you wanted to.
Yeah.
You really could. But what was the last show that you just mentioned? Oh, Severance. So Severance, because I was on the page. It took me a while to watch Severance.
I know it did.
And then I finally did, and I just fell in love with that show. I loved every bit of it. So that would be on my list as well. I'm probably going to make a top 10 anticipated, I think.
I'd say of new shows, Fallout.
Fallout's up
I'm
there, too. Yeah.
just again because that's the family. Like
Yeah,
we can
yeah,
all
yeah.
watch it, and then Wednesday for things that are
Yeah,
coming back
yeah.
with watching with the family. Even though my daughter watched it by herself last time.
Oh my God.
Same with mine.
This seems to be right now in the news about Severance. Apparently, a fan said, "Give us a sign at Ben Stiller."
Yeah.
And apparently, he replied and said, "We're working on it." Season 1 premiered almost 2 years ago, February 2022, which is crazy. Production was disrupted. They actually started filming season 2 in the fall of that year, but production was disrupted by the WGA writers' strike in 2023, and updates have been thin on the ground since, until Stiller confirmed that work is still underway yesterday.
Okay. Well, they have scripts though, and they have everything going. So that
It would be crazy
Yeah.
if that came out in 2022 and then not again until 2025.
I know. Well, Arcane. What about Shrinking? That's not this. That's obviously not this year.
I don't know if that's obviously not
I
this
don't-
year.
I mean, when we talked to Krista, she was like, "No, that's
Well, she was like, "Bird and Strike."
it was right before the strike." Yeah.
Let's see. Shrinking season 2 release date. I would not be surprised if that's out this year.
I see
Shrinking season 2
2025.
is anticipated to be released on Apple TV Plus by early 2024.
Really?
That's what
No.
it's saying
Early
here.
24, no chance. Maybe 20. Maybe late.
Everything we know so far. I mean, I would be really surprised if they can't get that out this year.
What an absolute travesty that Harrison Ford was not nominated for Golden Globe. for that role.
So good.
You know?
The Golden Globes, to me, doesn't do they don't do movies perfectly, but they do TV even worse.
Yeah.
I think that the Emmys usually tends to do a much better job.
Well, yeah, I hope so. It's like the Oscars doing a better job of film. So.
Wow. Yeah, we still don't know. We still don't know with Shrinking. I'm just looking into this.
So what's your number one then, Rox? Severance? If it comes back?
If Severance does come back, then it is Severance.
If not?
If not, I almost want to say The Penguin.
Penguin pretty damn good too. I mean, I'm excited for that one.
There hasn't been a DC property that I have been obsessed with, and you know that's my jam. You put me on DC movie news to start. It became such an obsession for me, and I used to cover every DC TV show, and I haven't watched I fell off of Titans at the end. I've fallen off of Superman and Lois, even though it's still a good show. It is that CW
Network
feel
show,
to it. I am really, really hoping that the Penguin blows me away. So it might, if I'm like, okay, what show am I not willing to miss this year? I'm not willing to miss that one.
Fair. I get that. I think for me, it's like it's gonna be. Oh man, yeah. House of the Dragon. I mean, the Acolyte is. Like I will be tuning in the second it drops.
Yeah.
And
Still haven't seen Ahsoka.
yeah, I feel like the Acolyte's gonna be a better show than Ahsoka.
I just can't believe I haven't seen Ahsoka. If I was going to watch any of the shows, I
Yeah.
feel like that'd be it. It's the only one I haven't seen. It's the only live action Star Wars thing I
You
haven't
still
seen.
haven't watched it yet.
I just
You gonna
haven't
watch it?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, okay. So Brett, yours House of the Dragon, Severance.
Severance, Fallout,
Right.
and Wednesday.
Yeah, and I definitely put. I think I said Arcane, but Arcane for me is like that's November, so that'll be. But I'm sure there's other shows
Really
too.
curious about Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Right,
too.
that one too. So there's a lot of great ones.
Oh, did you say Squid Game was yes or no? It was a
Season 2.
possibility.
Season 2.
Season 2. Yeah, that one I'm
So I
interested.
should watch season 1.
I mean,
It
I'm
left
not
it
trying to be a
open,
dick, but
maybe.
like, this is crazy that you haven't
Yeah.
seen that.
well, maybe that's one that I should do
Watch along.
watch-alongs for because like
was the
watching it for the
biggest
first
show.
time. I know. I'm sure.
But I think it's Netflix. I don't know this is a fact, so don't quote me on it, even though I'm doing this live. I think it's Netflix's biggest international show ever.
It's
Yeah.
certainly one of them, if
Yeah.
not the best. Yeah, for sure. I remember.
I'm
all
not
the
saying
records
best,
that it broke.
biggest.
No,
Yeah.
biggest. I remember the reports on it and how big it was, and everybody talked. And if I had $1 for every time someone said you need to watch
Yeah.
this show, I mean, I would be already moved.
It's not
Has
even-
anything been ruined for? I mean, are there?
No, I don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be your favorite show ever, but I think you're going to like it. I think you're
Yeah.
going to be like, oh, that was a good show.
I'm sure that it would.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems to me like something that I would enjoy. Maybe that will be one that I watch because I've never seen it before. So maybe I'll do. Maybe I'll do
The
a series
game
on
show was really excellent too. I have
Yeah,
to
yeah,
say,
I heard that too.
as much as I'm watching it, I'm like, this is a problem that our society turned this into this. I was like, this is so effing entertaining.
Interesting.
The only thing I've heard about the game show is that like there's some behind the scenes stuff that you don't really like when they're playing certain games that like they had to stand there for longer than you thought, if you know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
so
You're like-
they do the red light, green light game in this, which Kristian, because you don't know,
Yeah.
is a game in which you basically, it's a schoolyard game. You have to get from point A to point B, but there's this head turning, and if it sees you and you're moving and you don't freeze when it turns, you get eliminated, okay? So we're watching it. It's about 10 minutes of an episode, right? But the cast said that they were shooting that you would have to freeze for sometimes 45 minutes.
Yeah, that's insane.
And so like they would have to freeze, and it was freezing outside. They said it took 14 hours to get across. We're watching it, you think it takes 10 minutes. So it's things like that. But also that the woman who won, the person who won, sorry.
Oh man,
That is,
person.
you actually should cut that out. People will kill me.
Here, wait, say this again.
The person who won Squid Game apparently has not been paid yet. So they win $4.56 million. And apparently they haven't been paid.
Wow. Well, we'll see.
That would be crazy controversial.
I mean, first of all, let me ask the audience: do you give a shit? Like, if I haven't seen it, should I watch the Squid Game? Would you check it out? If I did those, would you care?
Yes.
I want to know.
They won't answer you right now. Just so
They
you
won't?
know. Yeah, they can't.
Because we haven't aired it yet?
Yeah, it's not a. This isn't a live show.
Wait for the answer, though. Don't say anything else.
Can we talk about how meh Rebel Moon was, or have you already gone over that?
Did you watch it?
I watched 91% of it. I need to finish it.
I didn't see it. I didn't see that. I didn't see Aquaman.
Yeah, well, here's the thing.
Oh, I did see the Sydney Sweeney movie, and it was awesome.
Which one?
Anyone but you? Glenn Powell, Sydney Sweeney?
It's so funny because I saw your tweet, and I saw it, and I was like, I wonder if this is going to be one of those movies, because I hadn't seen anything on Rotten Tomatoes. I hadn't seen anything.
Yeah.
So I said, I wonder if this is going to be one of those things where everybody hates it and Roxy loves it.
Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
It is
look, people.
fire.
It's got like 35%.
Oh my gosh, Kristian, it's so good. So good. And you watch Dave.
yeah.
Gata's in it.
Okay.
And he's hysterical. Sydney Sweeney, dope. Glenn Powell, who we love from
Top Gun.
Yes, awesome. The cast is great. It's such a good rom-com. What a great date night. I was dying laughing out loud.
I'm glad you brought it up, because the point I wanted to make was
I have bad taste.
no, but I looked. The movie has made like $25 million or something.
And
right?
it cost 25?
It cost 25. I think it made a little less than 25. And because my point to you was going to be like, well, the problem is, like I said, streaming movie. You know, it's not like it, and it's kind. I don't know if it's going to continue to make money at all, but it might or might not. It'll maybe break even. Maybe break even.
If this had come out during Valentine's Day, I think it would have annihilated.
Annihilated is a strong word.
I think it would have made 40.
Probably would have done better. Well, probably would have done better. But
It's so good. Please go see it. It's so good.
I'll see you when it's on streaming.
I wasn't talking to you.
But you looked at me and said, "Please go see it."
No, I said, you didn't see my eye roll. I said, please don't go see it. It's,
Please don't go see it.
No, I said, please go see it, please.
I don't think so. What did you? Hold on, what did you do?
Please go see it, please. I didn't look at you.
And
I
she was looking at the audience.
Yeah, you're looking at the audience.
Please go
I
see
don't think that's true. All right, what do you guys think? The most important question is: was Roxy looking at you? Or is she looking at me? Who is she looking at? Thank you for joining us here today on the show. What is your most anticipated television show of the year? Do we miss it? Do we cover it at all? What is it? Which one of the ones that we talked about do you want to see the most? Comment, tell us exactly what you think. I got to hear your thoughts. Make sure that you hit that button, the subscribe button. Follow Brett Above Board TV. Head on over there for Brett Sheridan. The World Girls. I asked Steph this.
Yeah.
Are there plans to replace Dorina?
Why, are you interested?
I would love to.
I'm
Yeah, I would love
interested.
to.
Let's go. I think we're going to have more guests on, so hell yeah to both of you guys. But
Okay.
I don't think we have a intention to replace her. You never know what ends up happening,
Down the
who we
line.
bring.
That's what she
Yeah,
said,
but
too.
right now it's
She said the
just-
body's still warm. That's what she said.
It really is.
Yeah.
While we were sitting here, Dorina sent the cutest text to us. She was like, "Good luck with World Girls 2.0 tonight. Love you guys." It's like,
Yeah.
man, wouldn't it be easier if I hated her?
Yeah, of course.
It sucks when somebody leaves well.
Really, on good terms. That being said, bye.
Oh.
Gotta leave you. But glad that you joined us today. So for Roxy and Brett, we'll see you on the flip side, guys. Bye.
Still one of the most